and I hope you all are having a great weekend. So, I mean, sitting here thinking about the idea of letting go, and it's an idea that are a concept we've heard in spirituality a lot. It's also something I talk about on my videos a lot, and I talked about it in a couple videos ago in lessons learned from a third world country. But I really wanted to talk a little bit more about that, and just realizing the ring light is giving a great shadow behind me. So, but anyways, let's talk a little bit about that because when we're thinking about letting go, what is that all about? You're letting go. We know the principles are you let go of the old so you can bring in the new. And so basically, you sacrifice that part of yourself, that part of yourself that you were holding on to, and you're just allowing yourself to have enough faith to know that something better or what you desire is going to come in, but it's going to come in when spirit or with the universe or when your energy lines up with that. And so it's really hard to do that because we have all these wishes and dreams, and we're taught to work hard towards these things. And letting go doesn't mean you don't work hard. Letting go means you're allowing it to come in the way it should, and you're acting on the opportunities as they're coming in. So this really messes people up because I've done it myself with relationships, friendships, jobs, career goals, everything else, and I still have my goals. And with that being said, you have to let go because times where things happen that you're like, well, that really sucks that I'm totally set back here. And you're not really set back. A lot of times what's happening is there's an ending of something, as the tarot would show. The tower destroys everything and it's all collapsing, and then the death card is the ending of this. And then the new cycle is bringing in the new way of thinking. And so what ends up happening when you let go, you release. And on a quantum physics way of thinking, when you release, remember, there is a realm of possibilities. There's a quantum, infinite amounts of possibilities. And you've been focused in on this one fragment of possibility. And so what you're doing is when you let go, you're saying, I allow whatever is the best for me to come in. And so one of the things I do when I coach people, I talk about romantic relationships, friendships, family members, jobs, all that kind of stuff with them. And they'll be like, well, wait a second, I don't want to let go of this. And what if I lose that person? What if I lose this job? I need this job. And then the fear starts to set in. So the fear is a need to control your world so that you can, so you don't have to feel that insecurity of not having it there, or that loss or that feeling. But the truth is that we lose. And yes, grief is a part of the cycle of life. It is an emotion that we have to face our emotions and our things that come up and grieve that, because that's a part of the letting go process. And so what ends up happening is we try to avoid that altogether because we don't want to experience these negative emotions. But what happens through those emotions, we have to play them out. We have to let them, we have to play out what is happening. And then what I would mention is to welcome it in, basically meaning whatever I need to see or learn, whatever I need to experience that is my divine plan, bring it in so I can let it go, release it, move on, and bring in the new. And so that's the part that everybody's afraid of, is bringing in that new way of thinking. So when you're letting go, what ends up happening is that your energy expands. And because your energy expands, it expands into the ultimate observer. And then you also bring in all the different potentials, the unlimited potentials come in as a possibility. And so what's really cool about that is you've been focused on this one little fractal. Now the entire universe comes in and says, wait a second, you've got all these possibilities. And what'll happen when you put your intention out there, when you start to change, and when you start to create these moments where things are going to start coming into your life, lots of different opportunities are going to come your way. They're going to be towards your dreams. Now, here's the cool part. You get to practice discernment. And you ask yourself the question in your discernment, is this of my highest and best good? If it's not of my highest and best good, I don't want this opportunity. If it's not a part of my divine plan, I don't want this opportunity. Here's the reason why. Because it's testing, the universe is testing you. God, spirit, whatever is testing you to see. And it's not a test like you pass or fail. It's a test on, hey, do you really want to be happy? Do you really want to be in alignment with your divine plan? Do you really want to have exactly what brings you joy? Or do you want to settle? And a lot of those opportunities, they're going to feel like they're the one that lines up with your dreams. It's going to almost feel as synchronistic, and it is synchronistic because what's happening is it's bringing in these possibilities. Now, let's say you pick one of those that's not necessarily in your highest and best good. Don't freak out. It's not a big deal. It's an opportunity to learn. And the universe is giving you this opportunity to start peeling back the layers and learning divine discernment. And you're not going to get it right all the time because there really is no right or wrong in this. It's just learning, and the universe is preparing you. And then one day you'll line up with exactly what you're looking for, and it'll start happening. It'll just start happening. And that's what's cool. So A, hey, don't beat yourself up too much. B, ask for the divine plan and your soul, and your body and mind and soul aligned with the divine plan. And then 3, ask for divine discernment. And so here's the thing. So we have to start asking for these things, except we can't even ask for help from people closest to us in the human world. And it's very difficult for us to ask the spiritual world for help. And the reason being is because we have trouble receiving. And that's part of the issue is we got our hands up like this, trying to keep us from receiving. And a lot of us are giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. We're going to work, we're taking care of our kids, we're taking care of our family, we're doing all the stuff, but we're not taking care of ourselves. And we're not taking care of what is important for us. And I can guarantee you, if you start doing some things that are important for you and making decisions for you, your relationship with your family, your loved ones, the things that are important to you, will start lining up as well. Because what you'll be doing then is being an example to them of what they could do for their own lives. And that's pretty cool. So anyways, there's lots and lots to think about when it comes to this subject. But what I would like to say to you all is we're coming into April. We're coming into the second quarter of 2022. Lots of incredible things are happening. There's a lot of stressful things that are happening as well. And what I will tell you is we have to practice peace, ask for peace for ourselves and the world, ask for love for ourselves and the world, ask for truth for ourselves and the world, ask for compassion for ourselves and the world. And if we all start doing this, if we all start putting our intentions out there for all these things, we'll start to see change in the world. And also remember, at our darkest hour, when things get really dark, when we hit the rock bottom, that's when things start to have actual change. So I hope everybody has a great week, and much love to everybody. Just putting it out there that I have a retreat coming up in October. It's called the Heart Alchemy Retreats, and you go to heartalchemyretreats.com. And I hope everybody has an incredible day. Much love. Bye-bye.